This is part 2 of my Netflix documentary series on how the Lord rebuked me, my husband, for preventing pregnancy when he was literally telling us he was trying to birth a child through us. And so if you haven't watched part 1, I encourage you to do so. Here's part 2. But I wanted to say, I'm not here trying to tell people like having birth control is a sin. You got to take it up with the Lord. However, I do know we as Christian women have adopted the mindset of the world when it comes to having kids and even motherhood. And so God is challenging his daughters to like surrender this area to him. And so I'm not here to tell you what you need to do. You and your husband need to be in that unity and but submitted to the Lord together. And so he knows the plans that he has for your family, and he's made it clear for our family. And yeah, so I want to share how we found out we were pregnant like after we submitted to the Lord. And so it literally happened within, I think, the next cycle, like we got pregnant. And I remember one day before I knew I was pregnant, one night I literally was asleep. It was like 2 a.m. and I woke up and I woke my husband up and I said, oh my goodness, I just felt a firepower hit my womb. Like, I don't know what just happened. I don't know if this is an attack from the enemy. I don't know if this is a UTI. I never had a UTI, but I was like, it might be, I don't know. Or I think I'm pregnant. And so like 2 weeks later, we found out we were pregnant, and I had a list of baby names on my phone, like, because what woman doesn't have names already for their future children? And so I literally had like 8 names, and there was one name that had the meaning next to it, and it was Josiah, and it meant fire of the Lord. And I said, I know this is a boy and his name is Josiah. And so literally it was a boy and we have named him Josiah. And I know that name also means like healed of the Lord, but the name that God gave me, the meaning for it was fire of the Lord. And so like I said, there was a fire power that hit my womb. And yes, and so that boy is filled with the fire of the Lord. But literally I know like we had talked about how we felt like we couldn't afford kids, like we can't afford children, like, oh, right now it's irresponsible. And God's like, who do you think you are? And so literally God has provided everything we need. Like these kids that he's blessed us, we have 2, so far 2 living, we have 2 miscarriages, but 2 living, and he has literally provided. Like we have not been without. We have not missed a meal, a bill. They have literally brought more financial favor into our lives than not. And so if you're someone who is like, you know, I feel like I can't afford kids, I can't, it's just not, invite God in. Invite him in. I'm telling you, he will provide. In part 1, if you haven't watched, I remember God sharing, like one of the rebukes was, you know, you're praying for financial breakthrough in your life, but you're preventing breakthrough in your womb. And I came across, I believe it's Deuteronomy 28:11 or 28:9, one of them, I'll post it. But it says that God will prosper you in the land. And after he says prosper you, or, you know, bring prosperity, he literally says in the fruit of your womb, in the fruit of your livestock, and in the fruit of the land. And so God literally equates prosperity to having kids. And I was like, oh my goodness, I never saw that in scripture. And so, like he said, you're trying to prevent prosperity through your womb and you're praying for prosperity. This is how I prosper my people, through kids and through money. Like when the scripture says, I've never seen the righteous forsaken or the seed begging for bread, that is truth. That is scripture. And so probably do another part 3 because I love this topic. And like I said, I wrote a book, Completely Surrendered, on this, releasing your fears, plans, and past hurts, and receiving God's gift of fertility and motherhood. It's on Amazon. It's the book that wrecked me. I literally wrote it when we surrendered to the Lord, when he was trying to get me and my husband to stop preventing and have kids. And it was released a month before my second was born. And so it was like almost a 3-year process. God was working a lot for me. I felt like I was birthing that book. But yeah, so get ready for part 3.